find depth in things that appear just like fluff more easily in a way because it's not where anyone's looking.
Number 10. Gloria made a weird Barbie weird. 4 years after calling Margot Robbie Anchor Barbie in Bombshell, Kate McKinnon finds herself playing Weird Barbie.
Come into my weird house. Hi, I'm Weird Barbie. I am in the splits. I have a funky haircut and I smell like basement.
It's revealed later in the film that Robbie's Barbie has become the plaything of America Ferrera's Gloria. In a flashback, a link between Gloria and Weird Barbie is also hinted at. As a little girl draws on Weird Barbie's face, cuts her hair, and splits her legs, Scrabble pieces spelling out the name Gloria can be spotted on a pole. Gloria mentions that she had a weird Barbie growing up.
Yeah, you did.
You make them weird by playing too hard.
It's cool.
It appears that McKinnon's character is the same Barbie that Gloria played too hard with. Considering that Gloria conceived thoughts of impending death Barbie, we're not surprised that she got weird with her toys as a kid.
I am your biggest fan, and she's like, America. You don't remember?
Number 9. Ken's Stallone coat. As Ryan Gosling's Ken takes over Barbie Land, he trades in the beach shorts for a boss fur coat.
If you can't define yourself by your thoughts or experiences or accomplishments, a faux mink can do a lot of the heavy lifting for you.
It's Fojo Mojo Mink, don't worry. When people think of stereotypical masculinity, a fur jacket might not be the first thing that comes to mind. For someone who has based their new persona on Sylvester Stallone, though, Ken's wardrobe choice makes perfect sense. In the real world, Ken discovers symbols of conventional manliness, from cowboy attire to Rocky posters adorning the walls of a gym. Rocky's powerful image inspires Ken to reinvent himself with bling, gloves, and of course, a fur coat. The same kind that Stallone wore during his peak of box office popularity. Given Ken's newfound obsession with horses, it only makes sense that he would adopt the Italian stallions look.
Interesting.
Number 8. 2001 A Toyetic Odyssey. Who would have thought that Barbie would introduce Stanley Kubrick's sci-fi masterpiece to a new generation of cinephiles?
I always think of Margot saying, "Yay, space!"
Yeah.
And I think like that, when she did that, I was like, that's Barbie. Barbie is yay, space!
2001 A Space Odyssey commences with a group of hominins using a bone as a tool for the first time. Likewise, Greta Gerwig's film opens with the dawn of Barbie, the original 1959 doll serving as a monolith that captures the attention of little girls everywhere. The 2001 parallels don't end with the opening of Barbie. 2001 concludes with the monolith resurfacing and David Bowman becoming the Star Child, marking the next turning point for humanity. Barbie is also about evolution, as the titular character grows from an idea to a fleshed-out individual.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
By the final scene, Barbie is no longer a doll, but a human being. Number 7. A different kind of playtime. Barbie is loaded with nods to other iconic movies like The Matrix, yet Gerwig also draws inspiration from classic films that might not be as iconic to the average viewer. One such example is the 1967 comedy Playtime.
Hello, Lax speaking. Could you give me the exact figures on the consolidated account?
Constructing a huge practical set, the aesthetic of Jacques Tati's film is otherworldly. Yet you could still imagine many of these locales existing in our world. The cubicles that make up an office are simultaneously mundane and whimsical. The same can be said about the cubicles at Mattel's headquarters in Barbie. In both films, the cubicle backdrops seem bleak on the surface, but they also carry a maze-like sentiment. It's the ideal middle ground between business and playtime, which is precisely how we envision a Mattel office.
Our dolls are coming to Los Angeles from Barbie Land? This would be catastrophic!
Number 6. Tanner Makes a Mess. The filmmakers aren't afraid to look back at certain moments throughout Barbie's history and ask, what were they thinking? Enter Tanner the dog.
Oh, excuse us. You potty trained Tanner, Barbie. Barbie girl.
Barbie has owned a few canine pals over the years, but Tanner stood out for 2 reasons. 1, Barbie could feed this dog. 2, Tanner could turn dog treats into chocolate nuggets. Potty training is the most unappealing part of having a pet. Why did Mattel think a pooper scooper and trash bin would be fun accessories for Barbie?
Puppy deserves a treat for being so well potty trained.
Not only was the idea flawed, but the loose magnets on the scoopers posed a safety issue, resulting in more than 680,000 Barbie Tanner playsets being recalled. We guess that's why Tanner now lives with Weird Barbie. Outsiders gotta stick together.
The keeper of everyone's hidden weirdness, and I like to think of myself like that in real life too.
Number 5. Nostalgic Barbie outfits and accessories. Barbie has been a fashion icon ever since debuting her zebra-striped swimsuit and sunglasses.
Someday I'm gonna be exactly like you.
In addition to her 1959 look, costume designer Jacqueline Duran pays homage to Barbie throughout the decades, reflecting the character's endurance. From the disco jumpsuits of the 60s and 70s to the neon leotards of the 80s and 90s, Barbie has been there for every fashion trend.
Look at all your clothes! I can't believe you never brought me up here!
As vast as Barbie's wardrobe is, her dream house's garage must be even bigger. The film breaks out various vehicles you might have had growing up, such as the Barbie Space Discovery rocket ship, the Barbie Dream Camper vehicle, the Barbie Sisters Snow Fun snowmobile, the Barbie Dream Plane, and even the Barbie Care Clinic. We didn't realize it until now, but our decor could use more pink.
We sat with all these different kinds of pinks and we were like, what is the pink and how do the pinks interact? Because I didn't want it to be so classy that it didn't, when I was a little girl, I liked the pinkest, brightest things.
Number 4. Mattel's female CEOs. Although Barbie is a flagship franchise for Mattel, the company's leadership has been predominantly male. As Will Ferrell's character points out, only a couple of women have held the CEO position during Mattel's almost 80-year history.
How would you describe yourself?
Gutsy. I always kind of considered myself a fluke because there were no others like me.
Barbie creator Ruth Handler co-founded Mattel, serving as president from 1945 to 1974. Fast forward to 1997, Jill Barad became Mattel's first female CEO, a position she held until 2000.
I really believe if women joined together, not only would they be an unbeatable force, they'd be a force for good.
Barad ultimately resigned due to the ill-conceived acquisition of the Learning Company. Mattel wouldn't have another female CEO until 2017 when Margot Georgiadis accepted the job, although she'd leave after a year. Ferrell's CEO acts as if this makes Mattel a diverse work environment, but it's clear that even the people behind the scenes realize there's progress to be made.
No one rests until this doll is back in a box.
Number 3. The Bible parallels. No, not Bibble.
Well, hello, Barry. Don't you look lovely today?
Gerwig's treatment for Barbie included an abstract poem inspired by the Apostles' Creed. This was perhaps the first sign that the film would employ some biblical subtext.
As a director, I'm able to go find depth in things that appear just like fluff more easily in a way because it's not where anyone's looking.
When Ruth Handler hands Barbie a cup of tea, Gerwig mimics Michelangelo's The Creation of Adam. Gerwig was inspired by the story of Adam and Eve, although she reversed the roles with Barbie and Ken. According to the creation myth, God created Eve using one of Adam's ribs so she could be his companion. Ken, meanwhile, was created after Barbie so that he could serve as her male counterpart. In that sense, Barbie is Adam, Ken is Eve, and Barbieland is the Garden of Eden. All that's missing are a snake and an apple.
No, none of that! None of that!
Well, I was only trying to help.
Number 2. The Woman on the Bench. It was suggested that Gerwig cut the scene where Barbie is moved to tears upon meeting an elderly woman on a bench. Gerwig insisted on keeping this moment, and we're glad she did.
Barbie is this emblem of plastic perfection. I was like, what better journey to give her than one that gives her humanity?
Not only does it tie into the film's larger themes of life, but the scene shines the spotlight on one of our best costume designers. The woman is played by Anne Roth, who won Oscars for her work on The English Patient and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
She looks at all the actors, principal actors, all the extras. Every little thing has to be in place.
Roth has been in the business for over 60 years, but Barbie marks her first acting credit. According to Gerwig, she has 3 friends in their 90s, Roth being one of them. Casting Roth in the role, Gerwig can't imagine her film without this scene.
Very lovely. You are perfect. You look lovely.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. The Skipper Incident. Barbie's little sister has gone from the babysat to the babysitter.
So how about we be bear cubs and hibernate?
Ruth Handler's tax troubles. Barbie's creator was indeed indicted for conspiracy, mail fraud, and false financial statements to the SEC.
The judge sentenced her to 41 years in prison and then suspended the sentence in exchange for community service.
Si se puede. This line pays homage to America Ferrera's breakout work in Gotta Kick It Up.
Si se puede! Si se puede! Si se puede!
Hidden bees. The letter is hidden everywhere, and we mean everywhere.
It's just fun and gorgeous.
Slash and Wolfgang Van Halen play guitar on I'm Just Ken. We need a Guns N' Roses Ken.
When we were getting this song being done, I was like, never hurts to ask. He was like, cool, I'll play on it. And he was so cool, and he killed it, and he plays the solo at the end and the rhythm parts.
Number 1, defunct dolls. You can't make this stuff up, and we assure you that the filmmakers didn't.
How many men were on this board and how many women? We need to know the number!
Mattel actually introduced a pregnant Midge doll, which some argued endorsed teen pregnancy. For a period, Midge was romantically paired with Ken's friend, Alan. Does that mean Alan was the baby's father?
There are no multiples of Alan. He's just Alan.
Yeah, I'm confused about that.
That thought is almost as disturbing as growing up Skipper, who grew up a little too fast in 1975. The controversy didn't end there. Sugar Daddy Ken was a misguided attempt to attract adult consumers, while Video Girl Barbie resulted in an FBI warning. But hey, at least Earring Magic Ken became a gay icon, even if it wasn't the intention. You won't find them on store shelves anymore, but these dolls will forever live in Barbie Land and eBay.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.